and welcome to another Outside the Box review. Today we are looking at the Green Lantern Classics Wave 2 Skallox and Night Lik by Mattel. This is another build your army figure where you get one body and two sets of hands and two heads. And I'm so happy they are choosing the Red Lantern core in this wave. I am a big fan of the Red Lanterns. I think they have some of the coolest designs. I'd be happy still, with more Sinestro core. I know we need some more of those, definitely, I feel. But Red Lanterns don't get a lot of love either on this side or on DC Direct. So definitely a nice place to go with all these. And first we're just going to take a look at Skallox, since he has less detail in him. I think Skallox is a really well done figure. He has like a skull goat head, really nicely detailed, if not a little simplistic. The uniform looks great. I mean, I know all these uniforms are pretty standard, but I like the arm wear here. It looks really good and still works with the articulation, which is nice. The metallic red belt. And it's the same basically body that you'd have for a Sinestro core, with the difference being the hands, but and the Sinestro core have kind of a different arm. But the boots have a nice high front, which gives it a cool look. The colors are just good. The logo on the chest is very well visible. The ring on Skallox is very nicely done. Have to give mega props to Mattel for the work they've done on these rings. It's really impressive, and I love they always go for a metallic now. Articulation, he has a ball-jointed head, not too much in the up and down, but definite side to side. Ball-jointed shoulders, you can do the 360, out to the side. Rotate the upper arm, bend at the elbow, rotate at the wrist. Ab crunch, once again nice and tight on this figure. That is the biggest pet peeve of mine when this ab crunch is loose. I hate it. Rotate at the waist. Legs go out to the side, forward and back, even though it's a little stiff on this figure. Both legs are a little stiff. Rotate at the upper leg. Once again, very stiff. Bend at the knee. And bend at the ankle. Once again, very stiff. So the joints are stiff on this figure. Still a very nice figure. I'd rather the joints be stiff and be able to loosen them up than for them to be very loose and basically unfixable. As for Night Lik, to get him down to his bare bones, you pop Skallox's head off, as well as the hands. You can set those aside. And Night Lik actually has quite a bit to add on. You have this upper chest, which will replace the Red Lantern logo on his chest. And it's a nice metallic with little bits of fin sticking up here, and this kind of reminds me of the neck armor on the Predators. You have his hands, which pop in there. The hands are very large and have these tentacles on them, which is quite menacing looking. And finally the head. We'll see if I can do this very well on camera. The head pops on. There we go. And then you got these tentacles coming off the head that wrap around the body. So a very, very involved figure to get all of his armor on, or all of his body parts on. But Night Lik is crazy. That head sculpt is ridiculous and just vile looking. All the different things sticking out. It looks like he has 3 eyes, even though I'm not sure if that's an eye or not. The tentacles come out of the back, crisscross back here, come forward, and they're covered in bones and skulls and all kinds of cool stuff. And they crisscross on the chest. You almost can't see this added in part here. I actually kind of wish they would be designed to part a little bit higher above the Red Lantern logo, just for it to be more visible. I've gotten it to look good, but it's kind of hard to get them there. The hands, you can see, continues over the bit of red from the wrist guard. And the hands are these big chunky things with claws and like a tongue coming out of his middle of his hand. There's even like little teeth in there. A very cool character design. As far as I know, he hasn't shown up in comics yet. Unless I misread it, the comic that it said on the package that he was coming out in, and I can't remember off the top of my head. I thought it was like Green Lantern 61. I didn't see him in that comic. I might have been wrong. Maybe it was Green Lantern Corps, which I don't know if Green Lantern Corps is up to that number yet. So maybe I'm just dumb, but I'm not really sure if we've actually gotten him in comics yet, I guess is what I'm saying. But Skallox and Night Lik, I am really digging these guys. I'm a big fan of the Red Lantern Corps. To get 2 of these set up on display, which I intend to do, you are going to have to buy 2 of them, because unless you want to paint your own body up, I can't think of another figure you can really use to base this off of, and I think there's enough different sculpting on this body that's going to make it something you have to buy another one of. The Atrocitus from DC Direct is too different. Can't think of any other, I guess was there Red Lantern Mira. DC Direct, obviously you couldn't use that body, and this is the first normal size Red Lantern we've gotten from DC Universe or Green LanternSkallox. So, not really a lot of options when it comes to making 2 of these as opposed to just buying them. So it's going to cost you $30 for the 2 of them. I think it's worth it. Skallox is cool looking. Night Lik is insane looking. And I think it's overall just kind of a cool figure. This has been another Outside the Box Reviews, and now that we've finished with the entire line of Wave 2, we're moving on to the Collect and Connect figure of Stell. Stay tuned.